Welcome everybody to a different kind of video. Every time you know that I'm in front of the camera, and especially on a live stream, you know that something's up, right? So anyway, guys, as you probably saw from the thumbnail, whether you're seeing this as part of the actual live stream or later on down the line when it's uploaded to the channel, we're going to be taking a look at this. Now, I was not too crazy about this whenever I first ordered it and everything, because I was like, well, how the heck can you know? Well, due to Hasbro's online ability to translate Cybertronian, if you look at this and you look at some of their listings, you could kind of find out what it was. So, like I said, if you've actually seen the thumbnail, you pretty much know who came in this box. And please forgive me, I'm like all bummy and it's the end of the night. I really don't care how I look. But aside from that, it's funny because you look at this and it's kind of like, ooh, spoilers. I'm like, I think this box might be misleading, because do you really think this guy is going to show up? However, in getting to that guy, like whenever we have characters like Optimus, you see them in the store, they're all packaged like in like a heroic pose and everything. And this guy, because he was just like in a box, they could just kind of strap him in there. However, on the converse side of that, I do like this because different iterations of Nemesis Prime sometimes depict him as like a very strategic genius, or even like sometimes like a rabid dog, like in Armada. So the fact that he's just kind of strapped in there, like it's like something you would see at the end of the cartoon, like where they've got him all strung up, and where he's not going to escape, and Optimus is like, you will no longer harm anyone else, and Nemesis is just like, oh, Optimus, I haven't even begun, and obviously he's in the box, so he hasn't. So other than that, if you take a look at the weapons that he comes with, this is something we have seen before on the last, well, not the very last, it was the Power of the Primes one that actually had all of his weapons and everything. These are just reuses of the same one, which is weird considering how much bigger of a figure that is than the current, Siege. Is like, this thing's weird because it's not Siege nor is it Earthrise. It fits somewhere in between. But you know what? I mean, he's looking pretty sick. I mean, it's hard to see his trailer in there. I mean, obviously you can kind of tell, but I mean, it's basically stuff we've got before. Just a different paint job is all it is. It's just recycling a lot of stuff. And I guess I'm just a sucker for Nemesis Prime. So other than that, and then of course you have the redeco of Slitherfang, which in my opinion for Earthrise was one of the better battle masters, just because it's weird. How many snakes do we get in Transformers? And if I had actually thought ahead before doing the stream, I would have got my scissors. So hold on, guys. Oh, I see a few of you have dropped in the video, so thank you for joining me this late time of night for some folks. So let's go ahead and we'll get to work on getting him out of here. But so just out of curiosity, what do you guys think of all the different Kingdom like reviews that we've had recently? Like, I think obviously more than Nemesis Prime, probably my favorite is Optimus Primal, as you may have guessed. Come on. Cut away from yourself. That wouldn't be the smart thing to do, wouldn't it? Also, just out of curiosity, you guys that are watching this, you guys also watch Hugh Adams, like in the stuff that he does? Because that's kind of where a little bit of inspiration for this channel comes from. I'm obviously not as funny as him. I'm more like, I just play it kind of straight, man. Whereas he's kind of one of my favorite YouTubers, him and Pia. And like when I started out, like one of the other ones I used to watch was like Mgo. All right. Are you kidding me? They did not want this lunatic getting free, did they? All right. So I was kind of shocked that they didn't really actually reuse the Earthrise figure because, you know, like I think it would have been slick, especially for this, because didn't they already have one of these? Um, you know, where it was like all pristine and stuff, and this one's kind of rocking. You know what? I evidently don't know what I'm talking about because this one is because I thought this one was supposed to have like the battle damage. Like, I'm not, trust me, I'm not griping about it because it's actually kind of cool. But if you guys can see, he's rocking some serious sick red eyes that are, I mean, almost too dark to actually count as fun. Love that Decepticon emblem. Let's see what he's got in here. Okay, so it's just like it. Okay, so it is just like the Siege one. There is no matrix or anything, although there is ways around that. It's actually pretty slick. I like that. Okay, so as for the other stuff that we've seen, I've kind of been anxious to see how this looks because I actually got rid of my Siege Optimus that I had since I had the Earthrise one. Let's see how these big old Armada arm blasters look on this guy. Okay, it's a bit ridiculous. I mean, like we said before, these weren't designed for this figure. It works, but I think that's a little bit over the top. But let's go ahead and see how. Here we go. Love this dark saber. That's awesome. Because as I've grown older, I've actually gotten to, I've actually kind of come to enjoy a little bit of Armada more than I did initially. So we can see how he kind of stands up. There he is with the Dark Star Saber, which is awesome. That works. Let's see here. And then with a little bit of Prime inspiration. Yeah. There he is. So definitely killing it, I guess. It's pretty cool. Let's see here. And then for last but not least. So guys, this, like I said, this is just kind of a preview of the stuff that's in the box. Oh, before I forget, I totally missed. Okay, so here we can kind of see what the redeco of Slitherfang is. I like this paint job a lot better than the actual like purple that he was cast in. But one thing I forgot about in the box is in this sort of like goo container down here. I'm sure you guys, if you've done research into this version of Nemesis, you'll know that in that goo, they actually have, I think it's 3 red Energon cubes. And it's kind of funny because that's a little bit more of a gift from Prime because, you know, basically it's awesome that you have a source of Energon that can turn a figure into the Flash, essentially. So I like how this Nemesis Prime is really kind of drawing a lot of those things. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, let me take just a minute here, as I am obviously not accustomed to this. Give me a second, guys, here. See if this works. Okay. Let's adjust that a little bit. All right. So, oh, stupid. Forgot something like very important. It's key for any Prime, right? Is now see this one. Okay. I don't know if you guys have seen on the secondary channel, but basically this one that I got for Optimus replaces the standard one that came with the Earthrise because I always felt that the one that came with the Siege was a little bit better because the other one's like really short and stumpy. So to actually have a rifle for both these guys that's very similar, I'm totally digging that. So go ahead, put it in your left hand. Yeah. I mean, so that was actually a pleasant surprise to see that this guy is sans the battle damage. I mean, it was okay for Siege, but I think we all were over it pretty much soon into it. So let's go ahead and get this trailer out of here. Oh, there we go. All right. So again, we've seen this, right? There's nothing new here. Just same as Earthrise, with the exception of the outside, which, okay, I dig this for a couple of reasons. It's cool to see the actual like Decepticon emblem on the trailer and everything. But like whenever I was growing up, the Optimus Prime that I had actually had the overall. He had his trailer was black because it was the Generation 2 one. So this is kind of getting for me real good. But anyway, guys, aside from like the Slitherfang Deco's blast, that's pretty much it for what's in the box. Like I said, when we actually get to the full-on review of Nemesis, we'll go ahead and we'll do like we normally do with the full-on compares and all that sort of crap. But this was just a little bit of a tease, an 11-minute tease, which is like 3 times longer than the actual review. But anyway, guys, I appreciate all of you that have been in the live stream. And other than that, guys, just like I said, look out for this guy coming down the pipeline. And I hope you all are staying safe. And until next time, guys, we will see you in another review.